So I thought I would take you on a little plant tour today. I'm gonna show you my top 5 houseplants for beginners, and then I'll just show you a few of my other favorite plants that I have around the house, and most of them are doing pretty well. I won't show you the bad ones. ZZ plants are one of the easiest plants to take care of. So if you are a super plant beginner, start with a ZZ plant. Sometimes they're hard to find, other times I see them everywhere. So you'll just have to do a little bit of looking, maybe ask a friend if they have one, if they could give you a start to it. This plant actually grows, its roots are really a rhizome that hold water. So that's why you can let ZZs go a little bit longer before you water each time. So I have let these go before and they've done just fine. I used to have them in my office, which gets quite a bit more light, and I moved them to this little corner, and I think that they like the little bit lower light and it's not super direct. So this is a great starter. This snake plant came from my husband's grandma, and she'd had it for years. It was huge. It was in too small of a pot, not enough dirt, and so I repotted it. Now I'm questioning the dirt that I used. I think I might actually use a soilless potting medium, so I need to get some of that, maybe mix up my own. I'm gonna wait to repot it though. I did this in the spring and I don't want to do it again too soon because I'm afraid that it will put it into shock. So as you can see, I have it taped together with floral tape, and that is to help give it some stability as it sort of digs its roots back down. So we'll see. I think that if I repot it, it'll help with definitely root rot and pests, and also hopefully help it to stand up a lot straighter. It is much better than it used to be, but it still has a few little pieces that sort of flop over. So that's why it is taped. But snake plants also super easy to care for, especially when they're not this big. This beauty is a philodendron, and there are lots of different varieties in the philodendron family that look completely different from this one. This one in particular gets mistaken for a pothos very often, and I'll show you the pothos next just so that you know what I'm talking about. But I love how these trail. I know some people like to pinch them off so it's more of a rounded plant, but I love having it hang down from a shelf, and they send out these little trailers and have like a false leaf almost, where the stem will grow and then another leaf will come off of it. This is a heart-shaped philodendron, and I just think it's really beautiful. So this is the pothos, and again, it does get mistaken for a philodendron and vice versa. This one is super long. I got it at a hardware store, I think, probably like Lowe's or Home Depot or somewhere like that for like $5. It might not have even been there. Could have been the grocery store. I don't know. But it was $5. It has flourished, and I really love this one. It's beautiful. It is Marble Queen pothos. It has white marbling, and I just think it's really pretty. It does super well here, so I'm not going to move it. And I tried to have some in our kitchen, but I just don't think there was enough light. But you also don't want them to have too much light. So it's important to sort of move your plants around to see where they are the happiest. This is a Pilea, or a Chinese money plant, and this one, it needs a little care. I think I have it too close to the window and don't give it enough humidity. But it's doing the best of any that I've ever had. It is one of the coolest plants because it self-propagates, so you can see the little pups in there. It's just making new plant babies. And so this is also called the friendship plant because it propagates so easily. You can give them to your friends. So it's just a super fun plant, relatively easy to take care of when you don't give it too much light or let it get dry, and it's a lot of fun to be able to give some starts to your friends. hope you enjoyed the plant tour. Ask me any questions that you have, and I encourage you to just get a houseplant. Don't be scared of it. Get one of my top 5 for beginners. You will have success, I promise it, and you will be a new plant lady.